Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see about control of synchronous reluctance motor. In previous videos, we have seen construction of synchronous reluctance motor as well as working of synchronous reluctance motor. Also, we have discussed about phasor diagram and torque equation of synchronous reluctance motor. Now we will continue the control of synchronous reluctance motor. For developing a control scheme, consider we are considering the phasor diagram of synchronous reluctance motor. You can see the phasor diagram of synchronous reluctance motor. In this diagram, the flux linkage phasors are also shown. Okay, so in this phasor diagram, you can see on x-axis direct axis and on y-axis quadrature axis is taken. So in previous phasor diagram session, you have seen the phasor diagram of synchronous reluctance motor. In that diagram, direct axis component and quadrature axis component of armature current are shown and the resultant current is also shown, as well as voltage phasor is given. But in this figure, additional part is the flux linkage phasors are also shown. Okay, so flux linkages for direct axis and quadrature axis and resultant phasor for flux linkages. The torque equation can we can write, that is T equals to 3 into P by 2 into 1 by omega E V square XSD minus XSQ upon XSQ, sorry, here XSD into XSQ should be there. So here in denominator it is XSD into XSQ. Okay, direct axis synchronous reactance and quadrature axis synchronous reactance. So here XSD is there into sine 2 del, where omega E is electrical frequency and unit is radian per second. P is the number of poles. So in terms of flux linkages, the torque equation can be written as T equals to 3 into P by 2 psi square LDS minus LQS upon 2 LDS into LQS into sine 2 del, where LDS is direct axis synchronous inductance and LQS is the quadrature axis synchronous inductance. From the phasor diagram, sine del, okay, here del is shown. So sine del, for sine del we can write psi q upon psi. Okay, and for cos del, so here del, for sine del we have written that psi q upon psi, and for cos del, so here for cos del it is psi d upon psi. Okay, here you can see from phasor diagram sin del equals to psi q upon psi and cos del equals to psi d upon psi. So sin 2 del equals to 2 sin del into cos del, and that is 2 into psi d psi q. So if you substitute the values in torque equation, then we can write the torque equation in this way. The torque equals to 3 by 2 p by 2 LDS minus LQS upon LDS into LQS into psi q into psi d. Okay. Here previously it was sin 2 del, so it is replaced. Further it is t equals to 3 by 2 p by 2 LDS minus LQS in bracket after bracket IQ into ID. So position sensor and signal conditioner provide speed signal and omega r and position signal theta e. The direct axis reference current signal ID star. So here you can see ID star is generated by function generator. Okay, ID star is generated by function generator by processing speed signal omega r. Okay, by processing this signal omega r. So ID star is constant for speed below the rated speed. The inverter currents are controlled by hysteresis band PWM, which is an instantaneous current control method. In this method, the real current follows the reference current within a specified hysteresis band. This type of inverter has fast transient response and is insensitive to ripples in DC link voltage. So this is the first control scheme, that is constant direct axis current control scheme. Now second control scheme, that is fast torque response control. So for getting fast torque response control, this scheme can be used. The torque equation is T equals to 3 by 2 P by 2 LDS minus LQS ID into IQ. So it is rewritten as 3 by 2 P by 2 LDS minus LQS IQ into ID psi square upon psi square. So further equation is rewritten, 3 by 2 P by 2 is same. Then next term is LDS minus LQS psi square IQ upon IQ into ID upon psi d square up plus psi q square, because psi square is nothing but the addition of psi d square plus psi q square. So further the first term is constant, that is 3 by 2 P by 2 in bracket LDS square minus LQ square psi square ID IQ upon ID square LDS square plus IQ square LQ square, because psi d is nothing but we can write as a ID LDS. Sorry. And similarly for psi q, it is LQ IQ LQS. Okay. Further we can write for the denominator term, ID square is taken as common. So in bracket LD square plus LQS square IQ upon ID bracket square. Next 3 by 2 P by 2 LDS square minus LQS square psi square IQ by ID, and in the denominator LDS square plus LQS square IQ by ID bracket square. So from this we can write the finally torque equation as T equals to 3 by 2 P by 2 LDS square minus LQ square psi square tan theta upon LDS square plus LQ square tan square theta. So for maximum torque, dt by d tan theta equals to 0, which gives tan theta equals to LDS upon LQS. Hence for optimum torque, tan theta is LDS by LQS, which is equal to IQ by ID. So from this we can write as a LDS ID equals to here LDS equals to LDS ID equals to LQS IQ, and that is nothing but psi q equals to psi d. So this is requirement for optimum torque, and for that purpose psi q upon psi d is tan del equals to 1. Okay, and from this del equals to pi by 4. This is required for optimum torque. A simplified block diagram. Okay, simplified block diagram for implementing the fast torque response control scheme is shown in the figure. The signals and various blocks have already discussed. So in block diagram you can see PI controller is used, inverter and gate drive circuit, speed, angle and torque synthesizer is there, and current and voltage sensors are used before the synchronous reluctance motor. So this is the simplified block diagram for implementing the fast torque response control scheme. So in this video we have discussed the control schemes for the synchronous reluctance motor, in which there are basically two control schemes for control of synchronous reluctance motor. One is the constant direct axis current control scheme, and second is fast torque response control scheme. So fast torque response control scheme is used for getting the fast torque response control. In next video we will discuss the advantages and applications of synchronous reluctance motor, and also we will see some numericals based on the synchronous reluctance motor. So till now we have discussed about construction of synchronous reluctance motor, working of synchronous reluctance motor, then we have seen phasor diagram of synchronous reluctance motor, torque equation of synchronous reluctance motor, and in this video we have covered the control scheme for synchronous reluctance motor. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you.